Hello and welcome back to JP's World of Wrestling. I am your man JP. A little bit of a different background for me today. It's just super casual. The room where I usually do my videos is kind of a mess right now, so I don't really have room to set up in there because my wife and I have been cleaning up our apartment for the past week or so because my sister came to visit me from out of town last night. They were just kind of passing through, so they took us out to dinner, and we visited a little bit, and then they left really early this morning, but we wanted the apartment to really look nice, so we got clothes and stuff piled up in our bedroom, so it's kind of a mess in there. So I'm doing the video from out here. So I already recorded some wrestling match videos over on my dining room or my living room coffee table. Those are going to be awesome. Stay tuned for those. But also, I already pre-recorded SummerSlam 90 and 91, but then I went back and looked at them, and I didn't really like the way they turned out. So I'm going to redo SummerSlam 1990 right now. So 1990 was a transitional year for the WWF. The WWF had noticed that people were starting to kind of get tired of Hulk Hogan. I mean, not me, I still loved him, but they noticed that some people were starting to boo Hogan. They were starting to get tired of the, tearing the shirts and the training and the prayers and the vitamins and, him being the champion and everything. They were just tired of it. So, but the Warrior, the Ultimate Warrior, he was a very, very popular wrestler, and fans seemed to really love him. And so the WWF decided that they wanted to make the Ultimate Warrior their champion. So just to give it a little tease, in the Royal Rumble 1990, at one point it came down to the Warrior and Hogan. And so, this is kind of like the ultimate showdown, no pun intended. And so the Warrior and Hogan clashed a little bit in the Rumble, ended up clotheslining each other, and then eventually the Warrior got eliminated. But after that, the Warrior and Hogan started to develop a little bit of a, good guy versus good guy kind of rivalry. And so the WWF decided that they were going to try something different. So Hogan dropped the belt at WrestleMania 6 in Toronto. And so then Hulk Hogan, after being the champion, he started feuding with Earthquake. And everybody kind of remembers what happened there. He was on the Brother Love show. And, the Earthquake attacked Hogan on the Brother Love show and taking Hogan out. Hogan was put, in the hospital for several weeks. And then his best friend Tugboat told people, send your letters to Hulk. He needs your help. He loves hearing from you. He needs your support if he's going to get better. And so, for several weeks, Tugboat would do that. In the meantime, the Ultimate Warrior was the champion. And so Warrior stepped right back into a feud with his old nemesis, Ravishing Rick Rude. So Ravishing Rick Rude and the Warrior, they started feuding again. And so that set up a match, a steel cage match at SummerSlam for the WWF title. But then also, once Hogan got back from the hospital, him and Earthquake started feuding. But at SummerSlam, for whatever reason, Tugboat wasn't able to make SummerSlam, but instead Hogan had the Big Boss Man in his corner, and Earthquake had Dino Bravo and Jimmy Hart in his corner. So Hogan kind of had to watch out for that, but the Big Boss Man was kind of there to be sort of an enforcer for Hogan. And Hogan ended up winning the match. Hogan liked to wrestle big guys. He loved wrestling big guys because he loved to be, that giant slayer. And John Tenta, also known as Earthquake, he was a really good guy from what I hear backstage, and everybody loved him. And so he was more than happy to put Hogan over. And so there you have it. That was one match at SummerSlam 1990. But then there was the steel cage match, WWF title. It was okay. It was a pretty good match. I mean, it was what it was. It was the Warrior. But, you know, Ravishing Rick Rude was there to help the Warrior look better. And, you know, Rick Rude made the Warrior look better. Rick Rude sold for the Warrior because Rick Rude was a professional, and so he knew his job was to put the Warrior over as the ultimate champion. Because I don't think at this point the WWF was really quite sure if the Warrior was going to work out. I mean, the jury was still out. So they had this match, and the Warrior won, and there you have it. So SummerSlam 1990. And there was other matches too. I think Big Boss Man wrestled somebody. I don't have the card with me at the moment, but I did watch it recently, so I guess I should have been more prepared. I'm just kidding. No, but 1990 was okay. It was, like I said, it was kind of a transitional time. There really wasn't a whole heck of a lot happening in the WWF at the time. They had some pretty good heels, pretty good bad guys, and but Hulk Hogan wasn't the champion anymore. He was kind of off and feuding with Earthquake, and the Warrior was the champion. He was the new face of the WWF, and so there was a lot of changes going on. And but I remember those days fondly because I was still kind of a young wrestling fan. I was still kind of a few years into my wrestling fandom, so I was excited. I was excited to be a wrestling fan. I was excited to be a kid, and that was a really good time to be a kid. But I'm getting all of these matches. I'm watching them all on this. My WWE SummerSlam Anthology DVD collection. And there's Volume 1 right here. And, that's where I'm watching all these. I really like this box set because I'm really into, packaging. And I love this packaging, how it looks like a cooler because it's SummerSlam, and, people carry coolers with them when they go on picnics and stuff, or to the beach or whatever. And SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer in the WWF. But anyway, so that was 1990 SummerSlam, and it was a memorable event, and I enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't know how you felt. What are your memories of SummerSlam? Leave them in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. So, if you are new, please go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.